What up, Lowrider family? Here we are another day. Bowling balls, but fuck it, somebody gotta do it. So this is what we got going on. We got a Gbody axle right here for the little overlock warriors, you know what I'm saying? So this is what's gonna be when you guys put the Mandingo cylinders and y'all, boom, break off your ear, don't do it. You know what I mean? This is gonna be how to install the No Limit truss repair kit. You know what I mean? So break off one of your ears and you're like, fuck, you got all this reinforcement and get wah. And guess what? Yup, no limit in the building, hey, don't do it. So we gotta eliminate the ears. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We gotta chop all this down, Lowrider family. So basically you could use this outside cover as a guide. You wanna be below the cover. That's how much you wanna grind this off to. Below the cover, hit the sides, grind it down. You know what I'm saying? And so what I ended up doing is I did a truss, kind of like that off-road shit, you know what I mean? So here's that No Limit truss. I mean, there it is, No Limit family, I mean. So let's get this hoe on. So first things first, y'all gotta cut off the two tabs, grind it down below the cover. So the cover line, I'm talking right here on the cover line. Make sure I'll grind it below that part. And then this is how the truss is gonna fit up. Let me see here. The truss is gonna pop on right there. That's the first part of it. Then y'all are gonna weld out right here, around, and on the back side on the tubing of the axle. Then it's gonna be right here on the tubing side, right here around on the radius, and on the back side. That way y'all get a visual on that hoe. So that's the No Limit truss right there. Here's the back side right here, you guys, where to weld at. Same shit on the radius, weld it out. I mean, next part's gonna be, I fabricate out these little tabs, and I utilize the pivoting joints from Black Magic. So these are the pivoting joints. I do these big Bertha tabs and weld them directly on. That way y'all don't gotta worry about that shit backing off on you. So this is the important part, you guys. You're gonna button up on your axle once you get the truss on. So the centerpiece is the truss. Once you get that part on, then you're gonna turn around and your lower trailing arms, go ahead, you don't have to bolt it up with a nut, but shove the bolt in, get a good mock-up. Get a good mock-up going, you mean? Get those the lower trailing arms on. And then next is gonna be putting on the tabs with the pivoting joint. So the pivoting joints, y'all don't gotta do nothing to them, they're already welded in. On the tabs though, what you're gonna need to do is on your upper trailing arms, you're gonna need to turn around and bolt them up to these pivoting joints right here in my left hand. Go ahead and bolt those up, and then you're gonna want to land right here on the top, but you want to push it more toward the forward part of this truss. That's where you're gonna want to tack it into. So you are gonna need to utilize, you know, a pump jack. Put a pump jack underneath the pumpkin and go ahead and pump that hoe up. That way you can work with it. So again, it's gonna be putting that tab up with the upper trailing arm. Go ahead and run your bolt in and tighten her up. Both sides, do it at the same time. Both sides, have them mocked up. Put the car like midway, or as far as put the axle midway when you're under the car. And then you're gonna wanna tack up. So tack it up first, don't weld it in 100%. Tack it up first onto the truss and then go up and down. Make sure that the pinion angle and everything's working with you, because stuff's gonna change, Lowrider family, with having the truss. So it's almost gonna react as if it's like a drop down mount. So remember, down here was the original mounts. So now it's going up, you know, 2 inches, 3 inches. So now it's gonna react kind of like a upper drop down mount, but in a reverse form. It's gonna work on axle side. So just wanted y'all to peep that out. This is going out the homie in Indiana. So this is his truss right here, raw stage, you know what I'm saying? Gonna ship this out in the morning. So that way he got a good fit up. It's actually fitted up on a Gbody axle. Y'all can see it's on the stands. Don't do it. You know what I mean? So this is a weld-in, not no bolt-in. It's all weld-in. But just that way you get the idea. So first goes what you call it? Let me get back on it. Let me see. Hold on, let me put this shit down, Lowrider family. Shit. This shit down. Get this truss off. I mean, that way y'all can see that truss. Ooh, don't do it. I mean, little weld time. Those welds, you know what I mean? All the way through, Lowrider family. Ooh la la. So that's that no limit truss, and that's to repair the Gbody ear. But first things first, you guys, start with chopping off both ears. Both ears, chop them all the way down. Get a good grinding wheel. Grind this shit down. Grind this shit down right below the radius of the cover. Both sides. And so it's important that in these little spots, Lowrider family, it's important that this shit right here is grounded down. That way, for that radius on the no limit truss, that way it fits around the cover good. And then that way you could get a tighter landing on the tubing. That way when you guys weld it out. So just want to throw that out there. This is the most important part, cutting it clean and grinding it all down. So I just wanted y'all to see that. And so that's the Gbody mock-up on that one. And this is for the Gbody warriors that are, hey, they want the telescopics, but they don't change none of their drop downs or trailing arms or shit. So that's that no limit truss. I mean, all 1/4 inch. This shit is some beefy shit. This is the Black Magic pivoting joints. So I weld them in 100% on these big dog tabs that I fabricate out. And there they are, Lowrider family, nice and beefy. Don't do it. Hope y'all have a good one. Yee!